Peace, family. You cooling with the Completist? How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well, man. It was a nice hot summer day, man. You know, it's been raining on and off here in Cleveland the past week. It's been a lot going on. Definitely been a very entertaining week and weekend, I would like to say. Um, but yeah, it's been great, man. Especially when it comes to things like anime and animations, man. And the reason why I say animation is because some people will consider some of the animations that I am going to name, they consider them animations and not anime. The reason why I consider them anime and not animations, I mean, they're animations too, but they're animes because of the simple fact that there was an affiliation with these Japanese studios and you know, um, the style and everything that you would see in an anime is a part of that production. So that's why I consider them animes. But when we talk about animes, man, there has been so many, just off top. You know what I'm saying? So many just by individual streamers and production companies. There's been because like for instance, Netflix has a bunch of original animes that they've um, been a part of and took and um, were head on. And there are some other platforms that have animes as well. I'm not gonna say that. I mean, they might not have created them, but they definitely are the ones that are streaming them. But HBO Max, they have a few animes that basically they're originals for HBO Max. Netflix has a lot. Um, even I mean, a lot of these animes are on Crunchyroll, but like I said, when it comes to original animes, Netflix has a lot, and a lot of them you can only watch on Netflix, unless you got some friends, you know what I'm saying, that like to set sail and hunt for treasure. You know what I mean? That's code for anybody that's but whatever the case may be, man. It's just been a beautiful time, man. Um we have we have new animes that basically just came out this year. And and some of them are a little slept on, but there are some that has basically became real popular. One of them is um, Uncle from Another World. It's a I forgot the actual term for it, but it's an anime where basically someone goes to a different world, and it's a good anime. It's funny, and normally with these animes, when you going back and forth from realms, like from Earth to a different realm, they normally set. Um, there's definitely always a different setting, and the rules are always different. And that's the beauty of those. I mean, it's like if you think about any other world, if you think about shit like Lord of the Rings or, anything fucking Outlander, shit that has to do with otherworldly or just or, or prehistorical, what I'm saying, time setting. It's different for everybody. But that's a good anime. I enjoyed it, and I was talking about this anime for a good 3 years now. Man, this came out in 2020. The Great Pretender. It's a Netflix anime, and it is definitely one of the best animes that I've watched in my life. But it's definitely one of the best animes on that streaming site, because not only the writing, not only is the visuals amazing and the voice acting amazing, but the writing is amazing. Great plot twists, great ways to catch you off guard. It's a good show. Go check it out. Some other shows, man, we got Records of Ragnarok. They just dropped season 2 a couple months ago, and it's action packed, man. And like I told y'all before, when I first talked about Records of Ragnarok on the show, you know, it's for my history buffs. You know, my people that have a keen relationship with history, poetry, tales, and things of that nature. You know what I mean? And sorry about that. Yeah, and it's a lot of animes, man, that's out here that just basically that got us by that honestly this the beauty of anime is that you don't have to be a fan to really hop into the world of anime. There's a bunch of there's a bunch of anime out here, you know what I'm saying, that is short and sweet. You know, you don't have to really commit to it, you have to put a lot of time into it. But it keeps you entertained and it brings you in. There's a lot of animes out here like that, man. Records of Ragnarok is definitely one of them, and it's entertaining. And I can't wait for the third installment. You know, it was a anime that I was at one point I was reading the manga, but I eventually stopped because it was kind of slow for me in its publishing. But it's still a great story. I enjoy it, man. Shit, if you don't want to wait for season three or part three, man, go pick up the manga, man. They still got them on the shelf. But next, man, we got shit like Netflix came out with that anime. It's an anime movie, man. It was called Bubble. It came out last year. I was very excited about it because when it first came out, when they first started showing us trailers for it, it was very crisp visually, very crisp, and you can just tell that Netflix kind of put they all into it. You know what I mean? And this is what I mean when I said on the show before, when we talk about productions. A lot of these productions, you know what I'm saying, like take years to make, especially animations, because animations is more of a science to it, man, and there's way more detail that you got to put into it, than a live action film. I mean, there are instances where you do have a live action production where you do have to put a lot of detail in it, but animation overall, man, it takes a long time, man, and a lot of these animations, take years. Like Invincible is supposed to drop at the end of this year. The first season came out in like what 2021, 2020, 2021, something like that. You know what I mean? And that's a few years. And they just now giving us, you know what I'm saying, they teasing us, giving us, what they can give us. Because it takes a while. And that's the thing about animations, man. And I'm gonna be keep giving y'all a lot of updates on the strike as well, because there's a lot of productions that's going to be halted and postponed or delayed, you know what I'm saying, until the strike is over or until they come up with some type of agreement. And a lot of the animations, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of animations are being dropped, man. Like not dropped, but like they coming out with a lot of animations because it's been a long time. A lot of these animations have been worked on. You know what I'm saying? So if we gonna get anything, we gonna definitely get some damn animations. You know what I mean? And anime is something that, you know, is they a part of the whole writer strike too, because a lot of the writers and illustrators, man, they don't get treated right either. So it's like, we gotta support them as well. Um, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, man. Listen, always been great. They came out with Stone Ocean Part 1 and 2. It's been fire, man. Like I can't wait until the next installment for that. They've been like I said, there's a lot of anime out here, man, and Netflix been killing the game for real. And it's not only like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. That's a popular anime, a popular title anyway. So that the fans is gonna come to watch that regardless. You know, but the titles that are original titles and titles that nobody like something that they created or came up with or bought and made their own, whatever you want to say. Um, that's the stuff that really impresses me because the ones like I said, Great Pretender, one of the best animes, one of the greatest animes I've ever watched, and that's a Netflix original. Even though they affiliated with Japan and France for this, you know what I mean? It's still anime. It's still an anime. Blood of Zeus. This is animation that some people will consider an anime and some people will consider an animation. But in our reality, it, it's I would say it's an animation, but I can understand why people call it an anime as well because the style of it. But either way, great show. When you it's another show for my myth heads, man, for my people that love poetry, tales, things of that nature, man. Anybody that knows about Greek mythology knows that the majority of the characters in Greek mythology is savage, and Zeus is definitely one of them. He's savage in the way he became the head god, savage the way he was birthed. Everything about his existence was savage. And I was kind of impressed and relieved that they created content, to kind of highlight that. Other besides God of War, because to be honest, the only content that's actually shown Zeus and his savagery is Clash of the Titans, the God of War video game, and Blood of Zeus. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. Um, but yeah, great show. You should watch it. It's on Netflix. And then we got the fire ass Castlevania series that's on Netflix. Man, some people will consider that an anime. Some people will consider it an animation. But either way, it's pure fire. Pure fire. Had the country in a chokehold. My favorite character on the damn show, Isaac. But of course, I love everybody on the damn show. Everybody is so nostalgic, you know what I'm saying, especially for somebody who used to play video games back in the day. Um, it's just so nostalgic to see everybody and seeing everybody put in work. And then the writers and everybody putting the effort and just putting the hard work in to make the production as great as it was. It's definitely a treat. Breath of fresh air, definitely. The Witcher. The Witcher had an animated series or anime series, whatever you want to call it. It's on Netflix as well. That series is dope. It definitely highlights the lore and the background of the overall world of The Witcher. Shows us Vesemir, man. Prequel little anime, man. But it's definitely action packed, and I want everybody to go watch that shit. It's fire, man. It's fire. And when we talk about things, when we be talking about anime, man, it's something that I feel like will never truly go away. But I do feel like we do take a lot of it for granted, man. Because like I say before, we at times do progress, and when times progress, people want they things. People want everything to be better. They want things to be more convenient. They want things to be more visually pleasing. They want things to look better. They just want everything to just be better, which I can understand. But the problem is that y'all gotta understand that what animation is, man. Now, unless y'all want a lot of these animes to turn into 3D, you know what I'm saying, spectacles, y'all need to let these artists work because otherwise there ain't really much else better that they can do with these 2D animations, you know what I'm saying, besides add a little bit of 3D to them. And honestly, I don't see the issue, period. A lot of the 2D animations that we've been getting, Primal, Unicorn, Eternal Warriors, any of the animes that I've named, you know what I'm saying, fucking any of them, Rick and Morty. It's like you can't you got to respect it and you have to like appreciate it while it's here. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these 2D animations, you know what I'm saying, in a minute, because people are already complaining about things like Baki and King and Ashura, those animes, which are fire fighting animes on Netflix. People are already complaining about not liking the way those two are animated because they added 3D to the mix. I mean, you can't have them both ways. You know what I mean? You can't have them both ways. Now, when we have animes like The Outcast, um, what's that Chinese anime? The It's a Chinese anime that came out a few years ago. They coming out with a season 2. I forgot the name of it, but it's fire as fuck, and the animation is crazy. Then I just started talking about Blades of the Guardians, which is a Chinese anime that just dropped. China animation. You know what I'm saying, that they just dropped not even a month ago, and that shit was some of the greatest 2D animation I think I've seen, and I don't think there's gonna get any better than that. And I'm sure that they use some type of body camera mechanics, you know what I'm saying, in the studio to make that shit look as crisp as it did. You know what I mean? But either way, we gotta appreciate these things, man. Shit, Baki and King and Ashura, you know what I'm saying? Out of this generation, that's the shit that's the fighting animes that we getting. That's what we got. And we got other stuff. We got One Punch Man. We got Records of Ragnarok. You know what I'm saying? We got other animes that give us some of that work. Chainsaw Man, Bleach. You know, Dragon Ball Z, of course, will give us that work. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna always be some action in anime. Always. But I want y'all to understand as well, don't limit yourself either. There is a whole genre archives for anime. So it's animes for every genre, y'all. So if you don't see some on one of the streaming services and you don't have no connect to a sailor, get Crunchyroll, man. Get a Funimation. Get a nice little anime app, you know what I'm saying, that has all the anime, you know what I'm saying, where you can actually, search and do it at your pace, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot out here, man. And it's a beauty, and I love that that anime is getting the love that it's getting now. It's everywhere. It's being talked about everywhere. It's being it's basically being respected in a way. But then again, I kind of see, like anything else, I hope it doesn't get exploited and fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because of oversaturation and things like that. Because one thing I can say, just like my comic books, and I was telling people that I'm starting to get caught back up on my comic book issues and my manga issues. It's not an oversaturation, but it's getting close. It's getting close. A lot of the timing, they're making they're making the workers put the shit out too fast and put them out too frequent, way too frequent. And I kind of feel like that can fuck with the writing, the quality of the writing. It can fuck with the health of the writers, and it overwhelms people like the consumer, because the consumer definitely want people to be a fan of your work, and you want them to always be ready for your work to come out and cop that shit when it do drop. You do want it. I understand the business side of it, but you also got to understand that you have to give us quality, and you have to understand that your audience are consumers, so they're consuming something else. So you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you don't want to lose your damn fans, you know what I'm saying, because you're dropping something every damn week. You know what I'm saying? When you could drop it monthly. You know what I mean? Like, is I understand there might be some business things in the background I may not understand, but this is what makes sense to me. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people was throwing, and a lot of people, including myself, I have done this. A lot of people are stopping reading manga just to wait on anime. Because honestly, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, because it's not even about waiting, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes motherfuckers don't even be aware that it dropped because the time in between it been so damn long. You know what I'm saying? You probably hooked on to something else, not even thinking about it. It's not of interest or a priority to you no more. You know what I'm saying? Or you just plumb forgot. Time does that because we do got other shit to do with our lives than just read and consume y'all shit. Even though we love to, but you have to factor a lot of this stuff in. I'm just speaking for the consumer. I know I'm not speaking for everybody, but this is what makes sense to me. And this is for somebody. This is coming from somebody that reads a lot of manga. I consume a lot of it. You know what I mean? This is just my opinion. I feel like it'll work better that way. I don't know. This is how I feel. But that's the beauty, of anime, man, and animations. They it's always more than likely gonna be fiction, but you can always embellish, and your message is your message. And that's like that with any story, really. Any movie, any poetry, any tale. There's a message behind it. And all the anime that's out here, man, and just all the anime that um all the shit that we've watched, period, over the years, from somebody who's been watching shit from Sailor Moon to Pokemon and Digimon. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Conan Detective, Ace Attorney at Law. You know what I'm saying? All that old school shit. Looping the Third, to now watching all this new stuff from Demon Slayer, man, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man, um, Records of Ragnarok, Spy Family, Bleach, Chainsaw Man, Doro Doro. All these animes, man, all these beautiful animes, Blade of the Guardian, you know what I'm saying? Immortal Blade, Afro. You know what I'm saying? There's just so much shit out here, bro. It's overwhelming. And it's I'm glad to be alive to witness it all, man. I'm definitely glad to witness it all. And y'all should be too. A lot of people are still being a little overly harsh on animes and mangas and things like that. And honestly, you know, if you don't try to understand, then more than likely you won't. Now, if you do try, you know what I'm saying, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? You have a whole different perspective. But a lot of people don't even try to understand. Some people want the story to end or to go the way they want it to go. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, you're not writing it. Hey, when I started being a critic of films and started writing my book, it's because I was criticizing a film. I was criticizing the film, and I criticized the book. And they had told me that I should write my own shit. And when they said that shit, I was like, man, you right. Because at the end of the day, man, this day work. You can't tell them how they shit should have went. You could write your own stuff though. But hey, man, that's the completest way. But all the animated on drop, man, all the animated on drop for y'all to watch, man. Check out the new stuff that I just said. Like, I'm gonna do a whole episode on animations by themselves, and not talk about anime, but this one's for anime, man. Go watch Blades of the Guardian, man. Go watch Uncle from Another World, man. You know what I mean? Watch those. Watch Jobless Reincarnation, even though that's not new. But you know what I'm saying? Go watch those because a lot of those are slept on. A lot of them are. You know what I'm saying? Kibaneros is something called something like that with all the zombies on it. Man, that shit's so fire, man. I don't remember when I first started talking about it, and people really ain't been talking about it since. That's crazy. I still got to go see the Knights of the Zodiac movie. I still ain't seen that yet. I'm probably gonna watch that probably tomorrow. For real, I ain't gonna cap. I'm probably gonna watch that here at home. But you know, either way, man, there's a lot of anime out here, dog. And y'all need to get on it. Stop hating on shit, man. Can't hate on everything. Everything ain't for you. But we love anime over here. We love art. We love animations. We love cartoons. We love them over here. And you're gonna have to come with a way better or an elaborated, explain, what I'm saying, way. You gotta tell us, give us a better reason of why some shit suck. You can't just say some shit suck just because you didn't like a certain aspect of the damn shit. That's not how shit works. Because that's kind of like somebody saying that you a shitty person just because they don't like something about you. That's not fair. It's not fair. And bottom line is, man, hey, this is me, the completest, man. We got some animes that's gonna be coming out. I think we got Mashal coming out. We got Mashal coming out. Um, we got Solo Leveling. Man, it's a lot, man. I'm trying to find my little post. You know what I'm saying? Now I was giving everybody all the upcoming news and all the upcoming animes I was dropping. Um, but yeah, it's a lot that's gonna be dropping, man. King and Sure, I told you all that. Um, Firefighter, Daigo Rescuer is coming out. Seven Deadly Sins, Four Nights of the Apocalypse, that's dropping. We got a lot of shit that's gonna be coming out, man. Spy Classroom, The Devil is a Part Timer, Part 3. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that's gonna be dropping, man. Bungo Stray Dogs, coming out with another season. Yeah, man, this gonna be an eventful future for us anime fans, man. I believe, for real, for real. Um, Zom 100, you know what I'm saying? That of course just dropped. Um, that just dropped a couple days ago. They gonna be dropping 8 episodes weekly, so that's gonna be great. It's already been a great season so far. I've been enjoying it. Um, yeah, man, this is Bleach. Man, Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War Part 2 is gonna be dropping soon. We already know what it is. I'm already on it. Um, Yeah, man. But in all the other animes that I talked about, man, there's a few of them that just came out. Like Vinland Saga, that just ended. The finale just ended in Vinland Saga. Just ended. You know what I'm saying? Just ended. And we got and my brother, you know what I'm saying? My brother, my brother Rich Singleton, man. He doing the Broken Beat anime. Remember I was telling y'all about. He got episode 1 and 2 on YouTube right now. I'm gonna have a link put in the bio. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a link in the bio. Go check it out, man. It's definitely dope, man. I like how it's going, and it's so funny, man. All you need is a little bit of ingenuity, opportunity, chance, and effort, man. I fucks with it, brother, and I fuck with it. I fuck with it. But it's going, man. It's going. There's a lot coming out, man. There's a lot going. Rurouni Kenshin, 2023 just came out on Netflix. Man, this is so much shit that we can watch, bro. It's so much shit that we can watch. You know what I'm saying? It's so much, and it's to the point that I don't even know. Like Shield Hero, a lot of people ain't even been talking about that. They came out with a new season earlier this year, and that shit is fucking flame. Some of the best writing, man, that you can have. You know, especially when you have that type of world. That type of writing for that world. It's dope, man. A little medieval, Elseworld type of feel, man. I love that shit, man. That's where Sword Art Online, how that was supposed to be, but that ended up being a bust. But whatever, either way it go, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all for being a part of the Cooling with the Completist with me, Concrete the Completist. Remember to love yourself and love your family. Don't stress about the shit you cannot control. And man, listen, check this stuff out, man. Take your time. Do what you want to do, man, when you got time for you. All right. Do your hobbies. Take time for you. Somebody asked me, how do I watch all this shit and how do I have time for all this shit and take care of my sons and all my responsibilities? Because I love this shit. I make time for the shit I love because if I didn't, I would go crazy. I would have an attitude and I'd be miserable all day. I got to. I have to take time for myself. I have to read comics. I have to watch anime, watch movies, listen to music, and and hang with my kids. Besides hanging with my kids, I have to do that. That's how I keep my sanity. That's how I keep myself centered. That's how I keep myself balanced, man. And this is the completest, man. Remember, love yourself, love your family. Don't stress about that shit that you can't control. Don't you fucking dare. But be safe and have a good night, man, and a good rest of your summer, man. Y'all see y'all on Tuesday. We're gonna chop it about comic books. I'm doing a review on Black Panther, Daredevil, um, Punisher, and there's one more that I'm supposed to do. I'm doing a review on all of those. Basically, those are runs that are basically over with for Marvel, and we're gonna do a review on those, and we're gonna jump into those. X-Men as well. We're gonna jump into those, and we're gonna have a big conversation on what's going on in the Marvel universe. But tune in, man. Cooling with the Completers, you already know. Have a safe